Okay, so for today's news story, we're going to focus on President Trump's negotiations with Syria. So Syria has a new leader now. They used to be ruled by a horrible person named Assad. Now they're ruled by a horrible person named Al-Jalali. The difference between them are great, but Al-Jalali wants to have a normalization with the Western world. Okay, so he wants to have business dealings with the Western world. He wants Western investment and wealth to come into Syria, and he wants Syria to be rebuilt after 10 years of a civil war. That's very important to him. So he went to the White House. He agreed to certain conditions that President Trump set. One of the things President Trump is trying to get him to do is to agree to a normalization and a peace deal with Israel. Right? Syria and Israel have been at war since 1948. That's 77 years. So it would be great if we could get rid of that war zone. Now, at the same time, Syrian soldiers are fighting against Israel in southern Syria. Israel, when Assad, the former leader of Syria, was overthrown in December of last year of 2024. So since then, Israel has occupied parts of southern Syria in order to make sure there's a buffer zone between the new Syrian military and the people of Israel. So Syria would like Israel to leave. Israel would like to have a peace treaty with Syria. President Trump is trying to make sure that happens. Now, President Trump yesterday, in a phone call with Prime Minister Netanyahu, asked very strongly of Prime Minister Netanyahu that he not mess this up by attacking Syria too much, meaning Israel preempts a lot of attacks by, if they see troop movements of Syrians, they'll hit those troop movements before Syria is able to attack Israel. Not going to wait till there's an attack. President Trump is saying, let's tone it down a little. Hopefully that'll get us to the place where we can make a deal between them. That's what President Trump's approach is, and his request, a very strong request of Prime Minister Netanyahu was. Now, the question that I have for you is that really right of President Trump to make that demand of Israel? Again, President Trump's position is that this will help Israel in the long run because this could get us to a place where Syria can trust Israel, and Israel can start withdrawing because it can, from those lands that it's holding of Syria, because it can trust Syria. Israel's looking at it and saying, we don't know if that day will ever happen, and right now we're facing real threats, so we really do have to attack as soon as we notice an attack. Those are the two sides of it. What do you think the United States should do? What should the United States message be? President Trump's message should be, and why do you think that? Okay, shalom.